David Bromstad has been a mainstay on HGTV for well over a decade, and in that time, it's not just his tattoo count that's grown. Here are all the other ways he's transformed. David Bromstad graduated from Wayzata High School in Plymouth, Minnesota in 1992. From there, he studied at the Ringling College of Art and Design in Sarasota, Florida. According to the Star Tribune, his dream at the time was to become an animator. As Bromstad described in a 2021 exclusive interview with The List, his primary purpose for attending Ringling College was to work for the Walt Disney Company. He explained that he only had a few choices for schools he could attend to make that a realistic dream. Unable to afford one of the other options, he explained, "And so I applied to that one school and that one school alone, got in, and Disney pulled directly from their illustrators. And so that's what my major was, but I realized about 6 months into my college education that I didn't want to do animation." Since his graduation from Ringling College, Bromstad has remained in Florida, living in both Miami and Orlando. While he visits family in Minnesota as often as he can, it seems that the Florida lifestyle suits the emerging artist better than the Midwest. David Bromstad may have decided against working in animation, but he still went to work for the Walt Disney Company. After graduating from Ringling College of Art and Design, he started in visual merchandising, though he didn't stay in that department for long. In a 2018 interview with Spectrum News 13 in Orlando, Florida, Bromstad recounted his choice to switch paths, saying, "My boss was like, 'You're too talented. I can tell you're bored.' So I took my full-time job and all my benefits and went to an art, kind of like sculpting place, and then I became a private artist for them." Bromstad's tenure with Disney only lasted about a year and a half before he switched to a contracting position for the company. According to a 2011 interview with Ryan G. Van Cleve, he began working on installations for Walt Disney World, Islands of Adventure, and Universal Studios, with much of his work appearing in storefronts. Sadly, after the September 11, 2001 attacks, Disney let go of many of its contractors, including Bromstad. However, he still has love for all things Disney, and he's even accumulated several Disney-themed tattoos over the years. He also visits Walt Disney World as often as he can. After his various artistic roles and contracts with theme parks in Orlando, Florida, David Bromstad found himself designing children's spaces and model homes for an area home builder. In this capacity, he used the precise and colorful skills he'd practiced working for Disney to create fun, fantasy-themed bedrooms for kids. Discussing this experience with Cleve, Bromstad observed, "The big lesson from designing so many kids' rooms? The wow factor. A kid wants to run into their bedroom and yell, 'This is the coolest bed I've ever seen.' It was only a matter of time before the rest of the world saw Bromstad's talent. He successfully auditioned for HGTV's Design Star, which premiered in 2006 and won the first season.
This is how I was discovered. And if this show didn't happen, then I don't know where I would be.
As a result of his success in the series, he landed his own show, Color Splash. The opportunity was a learning experience in how to display his identity to the public. He explained, "Being gay wasn't a great idea to present on TV at that time, but I had to be me, and that ultimately is what made all the difference. I learned to trust my gut and not second-guess myself." It seems his intuition was spot on, for being his true authentic self also became his ticket to a long-term gig with HGTV. In addition to hosting his own HGTV series Color Splash, David Bromstad became a consultant for Design Star. However, his biggest gig with the network didn't come until nearly a decade after his Design Star victory. In 2015, he landed a hosting role on a new show called My Lottery Dream Home. The concept of the show centers on lottery winners across the country who have decided to put some of their winnings toward purchasing the house of their dreams. No matter how big or small, Bromstad works with real estate agents in each region to find potential homes and then takes the lottery winners house shopping.
Cheers.
Cheers.
To the lottery.
To the lottery.
What has made this house hunting show stand out from others on HGTV is Bromstad and his down-to-earth personality. Running for almost a decade, My Lottery Dream Home also showcases Bromstad's own transformation through the years. When the Star Tribune asked him in 2019 about his success at HGTV and why the network and shows like My Lottery Dream Home have endured, Bromstad explained, "I think people watch HGTV because it's a happy network. It's positive. You can keep it on. You know nothing is going to be bad for your kids. It's a positive light. It's a rainbow. It's a sea of fabulous. And no one else can touch us when it comes to that." While 2015 was a transformative year for David Bromstad from a career standpoint, it was a difficult one for him personally. That same year, Bromstad broke up with his longtime partner, Jeffrey Glasgow. According to In Touch Weekly, Bromstad and Glasgow had been together since 2004. In a dramatic twist, Glasgow later sued Bromstad, citing emotional and financial damages that reportedly developed after Bromstad became famous from his 2006 Design Star win. At the end of 2015, Glasgow filed a lawsuit in a Miami-Dade County court, which alleged that Bromstad was using their shared funds on drugs and sex workers. Bromstad denied the claims, and a county judge ruled against Glasgow, ultimately dismissing the case. Despite the personal and legal drama from the fallout of this relationship, Bromstad hasn't appeared to take a professional hit, nor has the experience deterred him from finding a future partner. Speaking with the Star Tribune, Bromstad stated that he was single as of 2019, but that he was certainly interested in settling down and starting a family. After moving to Florida for college, David Bromstad resided in Miami for a number of years. However, in 2020, Bromstad decided to relocate to the Orlando area. Ironically, it took him some time to find his own home in his new city. He explained to the Orlando Sentinel, "Right now I'm in an apartment. I'm so busy finding everyone their dream home, I'm neglecting my own. I'm always on the road. We'll get here eventually." The COVID-19 pandemic further delayed his house shopping, but it also gave him time to narrow down exactly what he wanted from his dream home. In 2021, he finally found it, a 5-bedroom, 4-bathroom Tudor-style house near Orlando, Florida. Despite initially telling the Orlando Sentinel he wanted a fixer-upper he could customize, Bromstad ultimately opted for a newer building that was ready for an immediate move-in due to his tight schedule and frequent traveling. As a bonus, viewers were able to see Bromstad go through the difficult process of selecting a home within a certain budget, just like the average homebuyer and his clients on My Lottery Dream Home. This process was televised for a special spin-off of My Lottery Dream Home called My Lottery Dream Home, David's Dream Home, which premiered in July 2021. Just as homebuyers tour several potential options on the show, Bromstad did the same, enlisting a friend to help him with the process. Though Bromstad is happy with his choice, he's not sure it will be his home forever. He told the network, "It's my dream right now. It's such a special and unique place, and every time people come in, the vibe here is so cool and chill. It's a great entertainer's home, so I'm just living for the moment."